Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another installment of this little series where I make over the Sims in the base game. So like I mentioned in the last video, I think the townies and the lots and storylines in The Sims 4 could be a lot more interesting because I know a lot of people are kind of bored of the same base game since 2012. So I decided to upgrade the entire game to make it more fun to play. Today we're continuing with the townie makeovers, and our next household to get a makeover is the iconic Landgraab family that have been part of the Sims franchise ever since Sims 2. Okay, so here we have the current base game Landgraabs. Of course we know them for being mega rich, smart, and to kind of have some dark undertones with Nancy being in the criminal career. So I just thought because the Landgraab family is so iconic, I didn't really want to change their storyline too much, but I definitely feel like they could do with a little makeover just based on their looks and maybe some of their traits as well, just to kind of make the storyline a little bit more realistic, I guess. I kind of see Nancy as this bad guy, you know, obviously she's in the criminal career and she's a snob and materialistic and ambitious. And I don't think that would match Geoffrey's traits that much really at all. I feel like there's a lot of couples in The Sims. It was the same with Bob and Eliza. Their traits completely didn't match, but I definitely had a better vision for this family, so I'm just going to import the made over Landgraabs into the game and I will show you what I've done. Okay, so this is the new and improved Geoffrey Landgraab. I kind of got rid of the nice guy personality and gave him a little bit more of like a business kind of alpha male personality because I thought that kind of fitted their household a little bit better. I definitely made him more attractive and kind of gave him this kind of hard-faced exterior, you know, just like a kind of typical businessman. I don't know if you guys have seen Better Call Saul, but I was kind of thinking of Howard the whole time. Just kind of like, you know, the guy who wants the perfect job, the perfect family, the perfect house, that kind of thing. So I gave him the fabulously wealthy life aspiration, and of course he gets the business savvy bonus trait. I gave him self-assured, perfectionist and ambitious because I kind of thought that was the sort of vibe that I wanted to go with Geoffrey, just like a very hard-working businessman. So I gave him the swagger walk style because I just thought that kind of added to his confidence a little bit. I think the base version of Geoffrey just had a normal walk style. So as you guys must know by now, if you already know my channel, I am definitely a CAS simmer. So I really put effort into making the outfits actually match the sim that I'm making the outfits for, which I feel like is something that's not done in the base game at all. So with these outfits I definitely wanted to give off a super successful person that dresses confidently, maybe doesn't have that much flair in their outfits, but I feel like a lot of people, like rich billionaires and things like that, don't actually dress that extravagantly. They always dress like very neutral. So I figured that's what I would do with this, and I gave him kind of this like posh golfer aesthetic for his hot weather wear because I don't know, I just thought it would be perfect for him. So that's for Geoffrey's outfits, and then coming over to his likes and dislikes. So he prefers classical music, polished and preppy fashion styles. So for his interests, I gave him research and debate, robotics, and he dislikes video games. Just because I feel like Sims autonomously start playing video games a lot in the game, and it definitely doesn't suit a lot of the characters. So obviously I'll show you the house after I'm done showing you guys the actual Sims. But I've already picked a build off of the gallery that I actually really like for the Landgraabs and modified it a little bit to match my Sims a little bit better. The style of their mansion is definitely modern and contemporary. So that's Geoffrey. Moving on to Nancy now, I've definitely given her a glow up. This is original Nancy. Her face doesn't look like a human to me, it just looks like an alien. And I figured Nancy would be super polished and smart. She's definitely kept that kind of fake, you know, like she might have had a few procedures done kind of look about her because I thought that definitely suited her, but I've definitely polished it up and made it look more believable. So I gave her the self-assured, ambitious and snob traits, which kind of match Geoffrey's, but she's kind of a little bit more cold and ruthless, I guess, and definitely more of a snob than Geoffrey. I just feel like social things would matter to her a lot, and you know, like putting on a face to come across a certain way in society and upkeeping her image and things like that. She's very elegant and definitely looks like she's constantly going to work. I miss having the workaholic trait from The Sims 3. Whenever I'd use the workaholic trait, I just kind of use ambitious because I suppose it's a little bit less pejorative, but definitely got those vibes there of always, you know, wanting to work and putting that before their personal lives. So this is Nancy's formal wear. I guess that should be super polished and for going to like events and things like that. So to fully complete the privileged lifestyle trope, she's into yoga and meditation, so I wanted to reflect that in her athletic wear. Sleepwear. Now I know that this is I think it's one of the statue face paints that you can have like from being a street mime, but I thought that we could kind of like spin this as like it's a face mask, and you know, she's doing her ritual before she goes to bed. She's got her hair tied up. I'll definitely add a second outfit for Nancy just so she's not like constantly by default walking around like this at bedtime. Party outfit for when she goes to all of these fancy do's and occasions and things. Swimwear, very chic. You definitely get rich girl from this. For her hot weather, I kind of gave her this outfit that makes her look like she's about to get on a private yacht or something. And her cold weather outfit, definitely get rich girl from this too. She has the same life aspiration and bonus trait as Geoffrey, of course. She only likes polished fashion. She likes classical music, dislikes baking and cooking. She's definitely not a homebody. She likes acting because she's kind of good at being two-faced and making people believe whatever she wants. I figured that would be an interesting activity for her to have. Dislikes fitness, mischief, likes research and debate because obviously she is smart, and she likes wellness, which will be like, you know, meditating, yoga, healthy mind, healthy body kind of mentality. So that is Nancy. And this is my version of Malcolm. Now, I changed his traits up a little bit. I gave him the mean trait instead of the evil trait because I feel like evil Sims are very one-dimensional. I kind of wanted him to be somewhat likable as well. And an overachiever, which is one of the traits that comes with the high school years pack. So coming over to the activities, he already dislikes a few things. That's just basically when I don't want the Sim to automatically start doing that because I don't feel like that would match their personality in gameplay. He likes fitness. He's a little bit of a jock. He likes research and debate because he's not that much of a jock that, you know, he doesn't care about academics and things like that. He's definitely not only into sports. And I'm going to go ahead and add the polished fashion and preppy fashion preferences. Malcolm's life aspiration is to have a mansion or a really big home, just like his mum and dad have. And of course, he also gets the business savvy trait. I gave him a tough walk because I thought this would be the funniest for Malcolm, just like seeing him strut the halls at school, walking around like this, kind of matches his overconfidence as well that he has. Rich boy aesthetic on his everyday wear. Formal, he actually dresses super minimalist. His athletic wear, super simple sleepwear. And for his party, I kind of thought he might like change his hair up to kind of seem a little bit more smart, I guess. Basic swimwear, little polo shirt for his hot weather, and kind of basic cold weather outfit too. I just want to add that I changed up the skin tone and the hair colour on this family so much because I really don't think that these two are something that you see in real life. Like, I've never seen this hair colour ever. It's just like a golden colour that you don't really see in nature, if that makes sense, and it doesn't match his skin tone, so I kind of just wanted to make them look a little bit more realistic in some way and kind of a little bit more attractive too. So let me know what you think about this makeover on the Landgraab family. It's a little bit different, a little bit radical, but I definitely wanted to keep their essence there of, you know, being rich and snobby and maybe not the best people in the world. I don't know, I just figured that if this family has been known for generations for literally grabbing land and being super powerful, I don't think Geoffrey would be this humble, nice family guy. Okay, so now that I've shown you the Sims, let's have a look at the new and improved home. Okay, so before we take a look at the upgraded version, here's a reminder of what the original looks like. It's ultra modern, it's in the desert, but I really don't like the interior. There's just something about it that doesn't feel like super polished and expensive. So I found a renovation of the original EA build on the gallery by Sinead1M_. So it's basically the same structure, but obviously a revisited version, and I think they did an amazing job and it was exactly what I wanted. So massive thank you to Sinead. So as usual with all of my builds that I put into my game, I will slightly tweak them just to match my version of The Sims. So I put a few security cameras all around the property just because I thought that that might be something that a really rich person would do, especially if they've got a lot of expensive goods in their home. This is the new and improved gym area. I didn't actually touch this. This is Sinead's build. All the bedrooms are much more luxurious looking and minimalist. I really wanted to go with a minimalist vibe throughout the house, so that was absolutely perfect for what I was looking for. This is Malcolm's room here. He has his own computer and his own balcony. Okay, so this room I actually added myself. It's Nancy's kind of meditation slash massage room where she could probably do some yoga too. I imagined that she would get like a massage therapist or someone come around and massage her on this table. and a little area here for her meditation. And I think I might have changed the bedside tables because a few of the items didn't look modern enough for the effect that I was going for. I love the fact that they added this massive pool in the backyard. That's perfect, exactly what I was looking for. I think I added this area here with the basketball court. It's just like a little area really for them to shoot hoops of an evening. I always remember in like movies and stuff, rich businessmen like going out in their backyard and shooting hoops just like in the dark. I really don't know where I got that from. Okay, so this is a room that I actually added. I believe it was a spare bedroom originally in Sinead's creation. I actually turned this into like a small home office area where Geoffrey would come and work. And I actually added, as you can see behind here, a little door that leads down a passageway. And this is what I've done. I've made like a small kind of vault area for Geoffrey to keep all of his money, all his expensive belongings. Obviously I've got some cameras up and some alarms, just as I would imagine, you know, a rich person would in their money lair, I guess. So he's currently playing in his money there. I also love the fact that they added this sauna. I just thought that would be perfect for Nancy to come and de-stress maybe after a tough day at work. So to fully round out all of my Sims, I have actually gone in and added careers and appropriate skills to match their characters, and also lifestyles as well. I'll talk you through that in a moment. I definitely saw Nancy as this politician kind of person, you know, very strict, work ethic and things like that. She's currently a council person in the political career. So I'm going to pick a cause that stands for maybe what I think she would represent. I don't think she'd particularly care about protecting the environment or redistributing the wealth, given they're very wealthy themselves. I don't think she'd do something that was particularly a good cause, so I'm probably going to pick less mischief, just because I feel like she would want to crack down on like bad behaviour or something in society. So she currently doesn't have any other friendships outside of her family, but I will fix that once all of the Sims are made over and loaded into the game. She'll be friends with other elites and things like that, super rich, wealthy people and people with influence. Okay, so the lifestyles that I picked for Nancy were workaholic and health food nuts. Just because I thought that really matched her personality. She currently has a great reputation, whereas I think the original Nancy has an awful reputation. I just feel like Nancy would be good at kind of disguising her intentions and things like that, so she would actually have a good reputation in society. And coming over to her skills, obviously she has skills in acting, charisma, things like that, because, you know, politicians. I gave her level 3 cooking just because I hate it when my Sims just like burn the most basic dishes. I just figured, you know, if they're adults and they've come this far in life, they probably know how to do grilled cheese without burning it. Obviously research and debate and wellness. I didn't add the video gaming one. I think that's just from when Sims automatically play video games, which is quite annoying. Coming over to Malcolm now, these are the skills that I gave him. I actually added mischief as well because I feel like he'd be quite a mischievous classmate at school. He has a better relationship with his mum than he does his dad, but I feel like he could probably build on that because he does actually seem to want quite a lot of what his dad has when he's older, so I guess he would probably like him. Coming over to his character values that all teenagers have in the game, he has low emotional control, low empathy, conflict resolution seems neutral, and responsibility and manners also neutral. Obviously, when you're playing the game, you can determine what you want him to grow and what you want him to not be so good at. And now coming over to Geoffrey, he is president of a company, obviously in the business career. He has very high skills for that sort of thing, so charisma. He also has a good cooking skill and he enjoys cooking and gourmet cooking. Obviously logic and charisma are very high for him. They all seem to have this default like dancing skill where they must have been dancing when I was doing something else without looking. He is also very good at programming, sort of good at being a parent as well. And I added for Geoffrey the coffee fanatic and workaholic lifestyles, which I thought would just be perfect for that sort of character that he is. And I think that's it. So that is the new and improved Landgraab household. A massive thank you again to Sinead for this gorgeous build. Let me know what you think. Do you like the fact that I completely changed them? I also want to say a massive thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my channel within the past month. I know that one of my YouTube short videos kind of blew up. I think it's got 200,000 views or something like that currently. And I hit 1,000 subscribers this week, which is crazy. It's quite scary, you know, trying to start up a channel on a new platform, something you've never really done before, and you're overwhelmed with all the positive feedback, and it really gives you hope into like wait, maybe I am doing the right thing, maybe I'm doing something that I should be doing. So really big thank you to everyone who has subscribed recently, and even those that have been there from the very start. Hopefully this is the beginning of something bigger. Leave a like or comment if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.